Live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., we've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boo, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Getting the nod in this one, Jake Irvin.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets, and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
And now 2-2. To third. Throw sails over his head at first. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, I hope that's not a sign of things to come in this one for either side. We want to see a good, clean game in this one. An error on the first play of the game kind of makes you wonder, but it's a great chance for this visiting lineup to strike first.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a foul out of play.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
No outs, runner on second. Next pitch is downstairs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
And now, Seiya Suzuki slings it across, and the inning is over. Cubs leave one, and now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And today on the hill, Colin Ray. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
That's hard hit on the line. Crow Armstrong hauls it in, and there's one away. Let's take a look at our lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Dylan Cruz, the next to hit. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
2-2 count.
Swings and misses, 2 out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
2 down, bases empty. Eric Olson digging in for the Nationals. And misses inside. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one is back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. We played an inning, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ian Happ up to hit.
Ian Happ.
Swings and misses. It's 2-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him way out front of the slur.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Second inning here, no score. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fights it off, he'll see another. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Swing and a ground ball, and he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 7th, shortstop Dansby Swanson.
2 outs, base is empty. Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a pitch. And now 1-2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
On the ground, right side. Over to low, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. So they go quietly there, down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in Nationals Park, bottom half of inning number 2 for C.J. Abrams now.
C.J. Abrams.
Got him swinging. And there's one away. And now it's Luis Garcia. Fouled off. He was late. One out, base is empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
That missed by a lot. The count now 2-2. And there's the ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to Horner, and that will end the inning. Nationals leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back. They have been lights out on the mound the past month. Here is a look at the numbers. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Up the middle, Abrams fires over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting 9th, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong.
Here's a speed threat, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That smash towards center. Olsen puts it away, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman Nico Horner.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that's too high, ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And a foul ball. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Low. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Cubs. Still no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. that one ripped. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. The 1-1 is fouled off. DeYoung stands at second with no outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson gets it to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, Alex Call.
And here is Alex Call.
I'm just keeping it real. Nobody knows how I feel. Cause you wasn't there when I almost drowned in my own blood, sweat.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Still tied at 0, last of the third. That one fouled off, 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tucker should have it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Dylan Cruz.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So one left for Washington, and we are still scoreless.
I was never a gentleman, I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow, I made it back. If she told me don't leave, I told her shot it relax now. So she can get.
And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set for the start of the inning.
right fielder,
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Just missed.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 now. Hit on the ground to short. Abrams. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Tough play on a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Go ahead run on base. Seiya Suzuki digs in now. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 4th inning underway, no score. And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
On the outside corner, got him looking. So digging in,
Now batting
Ian
left
Happ.
fielder, Ian Happ.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Gets him to chase after that one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Tucker over at first with one away. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And the batter will be Justin Turner. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. That one fouled off. Two outs. Good eye in that spot.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. On the ground to third, DeYoung. Over to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Cubs leave 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back in Washington, D.C., bottom of the inning, here's a big power threat, Eric Olson. And that one ripped into right. Tucker hauls it in for the out. One up, one down.
Up next for the Nationals.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
One down, base is empty. Line to left, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
1 out, runner at second. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. And that one fouled off. That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2.
That's a really good take.
Moved to second, and he just got his hand in there.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And the batter now, Nathaniel Lowe. inside. Yeah, that's ball 2. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball out at third, and that ends the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Catapult to the top since 9-8, had the baddest flow, look and watch. I done seen everybody through the era. Def Jam, Death Row, Bad Boy, Rockefeller. You get the picture, your favorite record label name.
No. Inside.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, it was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. And that one a little below the knees. 3-1. One down, base is empty. Nice grab onto the pitcher. And very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Stepping in, Pete Crow Armstrong. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Nathaniel Lowe. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Up next
At the
for
plate,
the
James
Nationals,
Wood.
left fielder, James Wood.
All tied up, last half of inning number 5. This one smashed down the right field line. And foul ball. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, and you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact, but that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
One ball.
He's pitching well, but
strikes.
not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Good job to fight that one off. Just missed. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 5th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Nationals Park. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's Nico Horner. And that one is in for a strike. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Kyle Finnegan looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Poche getting loose as well. Not close with that one. 2-2. And that's outside.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to 3rd, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one lined to the left field, and that's base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jake Irvin is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Now on
the
the bump,
Nationals.
Orlando Ribalta.
Number
Big
64.
swing and miss stuff right here, Boo.
Orlando
Averaging more than one
Ribalta.
strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Go ahead run on base. Now here is Seiya Suzuki. And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, right field, call. On the move. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. So a strong showing there from the Nats bullpen. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. And now the switch hitting catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Just missed. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Porter Hodge, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Almonte also getting ready. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. Next pitch is outside. One down, base is empty. That one called a strike. 2-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Designated hitter, Dylan Cruz.
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. That one
Ball
missed.
2-1.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And the right-hander's 3-1. And that's too high, and it's ball 4.
Well, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Colin Ray out of the game. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher in the
Chicago
game
Cubs.
for the Cubs, Tyson
Number
Miller.
49.
He's pitching on 2 days
Tyson
rest.
Miller.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Olsen recently earned Rookie of the Month honors.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back.
Nationals.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
67.
Kyle Finnegan.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Digging in is the
Leading
switch hitting
off for the
outfielder,
Cubs,
Ian
left
Happ.
fielder Ian Happ.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Turner climbs in on that right side. 1 down, base is empty. Goes down looking.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And that one missing low.
3 balls,
2 down,
1
nobody
strike.
on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's ball
That
4.
pitch is in.
Tried another
Ball 4.
fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy
Up
laying
next
off
for
a
the
3-2
Cubs,
pitch,
catcher,
and I tell you what,
Miguel
he earned that
Amaya.
walk.
Yeah, the batter now, Miguel Amaya. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And 1-2.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. They get the force, and that is the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7th inning stretch time, and we still have no score. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Washington, shortstop C.J. Abrams.
This one smoked, could be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
He was all over that one. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Pickoff move to second, and he dives back in safely.
You know, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
2 strikes.
That one the other way. Takes it in for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Man at second.
Ball, that's just out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Struck him out looking.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base, but job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this home crowd applying so much pressure.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Wood now at the plate. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Colin Poche.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. Just missed. Movement in the bullpen. Number 62 looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Two one now. Way out front for strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Got him swinging.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
So here's Horner now. That's to third, to Young. And that quickly 2 away.
Hey man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That was an excellent pace.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Porter Hodge.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Here's the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Next offering misses down and away. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And now here is Keibert Ruiz. That one 95 to finish him off.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Alex Call. A little bit high, and a count 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. That one misses, and it's 3-2. Dylan Cruz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Back up the, oh, that got him. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Now batting,
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Runner at first with 2 away. And here's the DH for Washington, Dylan Cruz. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up, no score. All set to start the 9th in this one. So here's Kyle Tucker now. And Poche ready to work. And a count 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. This one high in the air to left center. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the four-hole, Seiya Suzuki. Pitch misses. 2-1.
You get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And fouled off. One down, base is empty. Hangs and misses. It's a strikeout.
Left fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Ian Happ. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. And we still have no score. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Yency Almonte.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Up now for Washington, Eric Olson.
Well, one swing is a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Next offering is in for a strike. C.J. Abrams in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him.
Well, walking the potential winning run is bad enough, but with his speed and ability to put himself in scoring position, that could be a huge mistake.
And down to shortstop, C.J. Abrams. Winning run on base at first, no outs. Slides, but it gets by him.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Winning run in scoring position now, so a clutch AB could end this one.
First and second, no outs. And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. Inside, almost got him. Nathaniel Lowe in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
The first baseman.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in to run for the Nats, Nasim Nunez. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Swung on, belted. In comes the winning run, and the Nationals walk it off.
So you come into the ninth inning, it's a tied ball game. No one really wants to play extras, so everyone's looking at how we can get this game over with in regulation. Well, they got the run they needed, put one up, and they put one in the win column.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Less than 2 miles south of the United States Capitol, welcome to Nationals Park. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Biggest storyline coming into this one, he's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Mike Soroka. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. Fouls one off, 2-2. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Dives and it gets by. Throws to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
And here is Michael Busch. That one is absolutely belted. Olsen going back on this one. Forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. Third home run of the season, and just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the second game of the series. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there
Batting
anyhow.
fourth, the designated hitter,
Man at
Seiya
first.
Suzuki.
Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Base hit, center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already,
Batting
his
fifth,
bat
left fielder,
stays in the
Ian
zone
Happ.
on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Ian Happ up to hit. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Here's Turner now. The 1-1. Way high.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
2 on, 1 out. That misses. Full count now.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
The pitch. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
It becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Swanson digs in. First and second, 2 down. In the dirt, but kept close. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 4.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
runner at second, 2 down. Miguel Amaya will hit next. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Batting ninth, center fielder.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in
Armstrong.
this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
That's down and in. Swanson on second. Amaya at first. 2 out of the inning. To the right side, Garcia. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cubs 4 and the Nats coming to bat. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Justin Steele. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
And down on strikes he goes, and that's the first out. Now it's the right fielder, Alex Call. Swing and a pop-up. Horner right there to make the grab. And there's 2 away. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. And this offense, Chris, unfortunately last in the league in slugging percentage. Just not much thunder for opposing pitchers to deal with.
And I believe it's a cause for this organization to reevaluate just their process from scouting, from developing in the minor leagues, and even to this point of what they're doing on a daily basis at the big league level. They should be better in terms of hitting the ball into the gaps and over the fence, and that's sometimes just an adjustment in a swing. So if they have the...
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. So they make short work of them there. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Cubs 4 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. And now, Nico Horner. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. What a stop. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Michael Bush.
And now Michael Bush. 1 out, bases empty. And now 2 balls and a strike. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, Just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. One down, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Kyle Tucker.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And now the count is full. Okay. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that.
Right now, can't slow down, won't stop, can't stop. No timeout, so the time's now. This is my house, I'ma show you what I'm about. Cause ain't no doubt that I'ma rise now. Like a rocket, no.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that is foul. Swings through that one. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. And a base hit right there. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So up next, James Wood. The 1-1. Just off the inside edge.
2-1.
Low, the base runner at first with one out. Cut on and lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong should have it. 2 down.
Batting 7, designated hitter, Dylan Cruz.
So man aboard, Dylan Cruz digs in now.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
That's inside, and a count now even up.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nationals leave one. They're down 4-0. On to the third inning. Now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Seiya
Suzuki.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now. Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track, maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
So a man at first. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. And that misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one catches the zone. That's strike 2.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. DeYoung pulls that one down. 1 down.
Now batting, first baseman Justin Turner.
Justin Turner now. Off the mark there. And the count is even, 2-2. Man at first, 1 away. And that's down and away.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
2 on, 1 out. Dansby Swanson, the next to hit.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
2 on, 1 out. Double play ball to second. There's one. Over to first, safe.
Now batting, catcher Miguel Amaya.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. DJ Hurts, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Williams warming up as well. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's just foul. Two now. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Mike Soroka gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Now
the
on the mound for the
Nationals.
Nationals, DJ
Number
Hurts.
77.
And with the big deficit on the
DJ
scoreboard,
Hurts.
he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Pete Crow Armstrong. Liner, base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's now a 6-run lead.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Nico Horner. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blows the high knee past him. That's a strikeout. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
I've only seen a city for less snobs, streets, geeks, and actors with money preachers and cash, many broken bridges. It's lined with barbed wire, not some pretty picket fences in the feet didn't tread over
me. Gets a piece and stays alive. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. His 11th of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz. The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the 3rd. And it goes just foul. And they'll do it again. And a 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there.
Now
That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Up and in, 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss.
Count full.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Garcia at first, 1 gone. Right through there for a strike.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the center fielder, Eric Olson. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back here in Nationals Park, out of the fourth. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. The 1-1 is fouled off. Struck him out swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So digging in, Kyle Tucker. One down, base is empty. That's a little bit low. Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting. Designated
2 down,
hitter,
base is
Seiya
empty.
Suzuki.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki. And that skips in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two outs. Stays alive. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Left fielder Ian Happ.
Ian Happ now at the plate. Now snap throw to first. And he dives back in safely. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. So one hit is all they get. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nats 1. Bottom of the 4th, here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams.
C.J. Abrams.
Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. And that's a leadoff double. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Siggy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
As he was out front that time.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Up now for Washington, James Wood. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Abrams leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, safe at home. It's 6-2. 1 down. And now the DH, Dylan Cruz. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner.
To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out.
You're out.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one not close, and that's ball 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Just misses with that one.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 6-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Yeah, we in go mode.
Never going slow mo.
Going.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And he boots it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out. And here comes Dansby Swanson. The next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Fastball for a strike. And it remains 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
In for a strike, and a count 1-2. That's a hit, and that keeps the inning going.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Next offering way off the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now Nico Horner just missed. First and second, 2 down, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him. Right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher. And the inning ends on an awesome play.
And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. Swings and chases a low one there.
1-2.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
3-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, right fielder,
Alex Carr will hit next.
Only if you knew how I feel. I'm just keeping it real. Nobody knows how I feel. Cause you wasn't there when I almost drowned in my own blood, sweat. MLB. I remember him and Jack used to control the parties. And they would let us know when it was the right time to leave. LLM. I ain't even know you.
1-1 now. That one at the knees for a strike.
1 and 2.
Garcia off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So 1 left for Washington. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone. Throw to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
And next for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that's a little bit high. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss.
2 and 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Olsen in position. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
2 outs, base is empty. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. On to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Offense held in check there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 2. Back in Washington, D.C., ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's some real power at the plate. Eric Olsen. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Rogers up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Presley also throwing. The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. Two down. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Now batting.
Now here is C.J. Abrams.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. I got away with the wind behind.
This one chopped up the middle. Horner throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. On the ground to third, and a foul ball. Two outs. In the air, left field, down the line. Brings it in, and that is that.
Royalty, this is black royalty. Mansa Musa prodigy, structure our society. We built this economy, slaving through atrocity. Where is my apology?
Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Foul ball there. And a 1-2. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Great read off the bat by the second baseman. He took a perfect angle to get to this ball, knowing that he was going to have to dive to cut it off. Gets up and completes the play from the outfield grass. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
Here's JT at the dish. This to third, and foul ball. That one almost got him. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Grounded to low. Takes it himself. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. That one hit to right. Call gets under it. And that's the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a new
Chicago
pitcher
Cubs.
here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th. Tyler
71.
Rogers.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Washington, left fielder, James Wood.
From the area was all about the funds, put my people on. Now it's division, everybody in competition on the same mission. So why they diss, don't nobody play positions. The hand I was dealt.
That one the other way, and there's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you
Now
awfully
batting,
quickly.
designated hitter, Dylan Cruz.
Next for the Nationals is the DH, Dylan Cruz. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That just misses, and it's 2-2.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
2-2 now. Now a fly ball to right center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
Here's the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. And delivers outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Wood leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Not too often you're going to see a sub 90-mile-per-hour fastball get by a hitter for the strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. Makes me think he's either looking for something else completely or he tried to do way too much with that swing.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. Garcia getting ready to hit. The 1-1. And he grounds one to the right side, but it kicks foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And downstairs. Now one missed. Alex Call waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a payoff pitch. Laser could be trouble. Wood around third. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Head first slide, and he's safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Here comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Rogers done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Porter Hodge gets handed the rock out of the pen. On for the 30th time this year. And now the right fielder, Alex Call. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the 7th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The tying run at the plate. On the ground right side, Horner. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Derek Law.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's going to be Miguel Amaya.
Catcher Miguel Amaya.
The 2-2 on the way. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That's a little bit low. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Jose A. Ferrer looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Ribalta getting cranked up as well.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
2-2 on the way.
Full count.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. 2 down, base is empty. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Ground ball left side. Abrams. And it gets by him. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Third baseman Michael Busch.
So up next, Michael Busch. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Horner leads off first with 2 down to the inning. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. One left for the Cubs. They're up 6-4.
Wearing a cape and apron, so I ain't saving you a cleaner house. Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth. I ain't new to what I'm
ready for the bottom of the 8th, and now the center fielder, Eric Olson.
Center fielder number 2.
Next offering is in the dirt.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams. Next pitch is outside. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And that's outside.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. That missed by a lot. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Porter Hodge won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for Chicago.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Yency Almonte.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Substitution now at first base. Pitch running here, Nasim Nunez. First and second, 1 out. James Wood digs in now with the go-ahead run at the plate. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Nationals. Ahmed Rosario.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Cubs bullpen does its job nicely there. Through 8 full, it's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 4.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be working that stage to the sun out.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Nationals.
It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose A. Ferrer.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Now into the ball game on defense, Josh Bell. He takes over as the new first baseman.
Number 19.
So up now for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And that one fouled off. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder Ian Happ.
Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. Just off the inside edge. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Trevor Williams looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. The 3-1. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Cubs 6 and the Nationals 4.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Chicago
and
Cubs.
on the mound is the closer,
Number
Ryan
54.
Brazier.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
So digging in, Paul DeYoung. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Clips the corner. 2-2 now. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
And now it's going to be Keibert Ruiz. Next offering way upstairs. The Cubs up by 2 here in the last half of inning number 9. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Nabs it, and there are 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The Nationals down to their final strike. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over, and that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
I'm getting further, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past. Father, I'm not perfect, I got Father, show me how.
Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for.
I kept 100 institutions paid.
Okay, tell me more.
I put 100 hoods on one stage.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm trying to push peace in LA.
But you love war.
No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, then tell me the truth.
Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart?
I could tell you where I'm going.
I could tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious.